Have you ever brought home a stunning plant from the nursery? Glossy leaves, dramatic blooms, lush tropical vibes, only to later realize it came with a hidden risk? Maybe it caused a strange rash after pruning. Maybe your dog tried to chew fallen berries. Maybe it spread so aggressively it became impossible to control. I've walked into nurseries feeling confident, only to regret certain choices later. In this video, we're going to look at 7 plants commonly sold in nurseries that can be surprisingly dangerous. I'll explain exactly why they pose risks, whether to children, pets, or your local ecosystem. And I'll give you safer alternatives that offer the same beauty without the downside. This isn't about fear, it's about informed decisions. And make sure you stay until the end, because at least one of these plants might already be growing in your yard. 1. Oleander, beauty with a deadly edge. If there's one plant that can deceive even seasoned gardeners, it's Oleander, Nerium oleander. With its evergreen leaves and clusters of vibrant pink, white, or red flowers, Oleander instantly creates a Mediterranean, resort-style atmosphere. It's drought-tolerant, hardy, and widely planted along highways and in public spaces because it thrives with minimal care. It looks perfect, but it carries a serious risk. Every part of the oleander plant, leaves, stems, flowers, roots, contains powerful cardiac glycosides. These compounds affect the heart's rhythm. In controlled doses, similar chemicals are used in heart medications. In uncontrolled exposure, they can be extremely dangerous. Even small amounts, if ingested, may cause nausea, vomiting, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, cardiac complications. What makes oleander especially concerning is that its toxicity doesn't disappear after pruning. The compounds remain active in dried leaves and even in smoke. Burning oleander branches and inhaling the fumes can cause symptoms of poisoning, and animals are highly vulnerable. There are documented cases of dogs, horses, and livestock becoming seriously ill after chewing fallen leaves. In some cases, only a small amount was enough to cause fatal outcomes. Most people aren't eating garden shrubs, but that's not the real risk. The danger lies in how ordinary oleander appears. Children may be drawn to its colorful flowers. The milky sap that appears when stems are cut looks harmless. A child could touch the sap and then rub their mouth or eyes. That's where problems begin. If you already have oleander, there's no need to panic. You can manage it safely with precautions. Wear gloves and long sleeves when pruning. Avoid burning trimmings. Keep pets and children from handling fallen leaves or flowers. Never use oleander wood for cooking skewers or firewood. But if you prefer a safer option with similar visual impact, there are beautiful alternatives. Safer alternatives. Hibiscus. Large tropical blooms with vibrant colors and no serious toxicity concerns. Plumbago auriculata, produces masses of soft blue flowers and thrives in sunny climates. Tacoma stands, yellowbells, bold golden trumpet-shaped flowers that attract hummingbirds instead of trouble. Oleander is undeniably striking, but sometimes the plants that thrive effortlessly come with hidden costs. Not every low-maintenance shrub belongs near your home. Some beauties are better admired from afar. 2. Dieffenbachia, the houseplant that bites back. At first glance, Dieffenbachia, commonly called dumb cane, looks like the perfect indoor companion. Broad, variegated leaves, tropical appearance, low light tolerance, minimal care requirements. It's a staple in offices, waiting rooms, and living spaces for good reason. But it carries a painful secret. Dieffenbachia contains calcium oxalate crystals in its sap, microscopic, needle-like structures that act almost like shards of glass. When the plant is chewed or its sap comes into contact with skin or mucous membranes, those crystals embed themselves and cause immediate irritation. If ingested, even a small bite can cause intense burning, swelling of the lips and tongue, and difficulty speaking, which is how it earned the nickname dumb cane. In more serious cases, swelling can affect the throat. Skin contact with the sap may cause redness, itching, or blistering. If it gets into the eyes, it can cause significant irritation and temporary vision problems. Pets are especially at risk. Dogs and cats that chew the leaves often experience drooling, vomiting, pawing at the mouth, and difficulty swallowing. Birds are also highly sensitive. What makes Dieffenbachia risky is how common it is. It's marketed as beginner-friendly, it thrives in indirect light, it's resilient. But in homes with young children or curious pets, it's not the safest choice. Safer alternatives. Calathea, stunning patterned leaves and non-toxic to pets. Aglaonema, Chinese evergreen, similar lush look with lower risk for households. Philodendron, Brazil, attractive trailing foliage and easier to manage safely. If you already own a Dieffenbachia, it doesn't mean you must remove it immediately. Just handle it responsibly. Wear gloves when pruning. Wash hands thoroughly after contact. Keep it well out of reach of pets and children. Dieffenbachia delivers that tropical aesthetic, but it does so with sharp edges hidden in plain sight. And when it comes to your home, beauty should never come with unnecessary risk. Here's a fully paraphrased English version with the same meaning and tone, but refreshed wording and flow. 3. Monkshood, a poison with a dark legacy. Monkshood, also called wolf's bane or aconitum, is one of the most breathtaking and most dangerous plants you can add to a garden. Its tall stems crowned with deep blue-violet hood-shaped blossoms create a dramatic, almost regal display. Yet behind that striking appearance lies a toxin so powerful, it has earned the plant a fearsome reputation for centuries. All parts of monkshood contain aconitine, an extremely potent neurotoxin that can be absorbed through the skin or swallowed. Even minimal contact may cause tingling, numbness, dizziness, or nausea. In more serious cases, it interferes with the heart and nervous system, potentially resulting in severe poisoning or even cardiac arrest. Pruning or handling it without gloves is genuinely risky. The sap can seep into small cuts and cause lingering burning sensations or numbness. Throughout history, monkshood has inspired both fear and fascination. Ancient warriors reportedly used its extract to poison arrow tips, and mythology claims it sprang from the saliva of Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld. Over time, it has symbolized danger, mystery, and death in folklore and literature alike. In the landscape, monkshood prefers cool climates, moist but well-drained soil, and partial shade, often thriving along woodland edges. Growing up to 4 feet tall, it certainly commands attention. However, its extreme toxicity makes it a poor choice for households with children or pets. Dogs and cats are particularly at risk if they chew the foliage or roots. Safer alternatives. If you're drawn to its tall, elegant silhouette, consider these options instead. Delphinium. Equally dramatic spikes in shades of blue and purple. Lupine. Vibrant, pollinator-friendly blooms that are safer to grow. Liatris. Blazing star. Upright flowers that add vertical interest without toxicity concerns. If monkshood is already in your garden, always wear gloves and long sleeves when working around it, and thoroughly wash your hands and tools afterward. Avoid burning or composting it in areas accessible to pets. Stunning yet hazardous, monkshood serves as a reminder that beauty alone isn't enough reason to plant something close to home. Some plants are best appreciated with a healthy dose of caution. 4. Yellow Oleander, the deceptive look-alike. At first glance, yellow oleander, Cascabella thevetia, appears to be the ideal plant for a sunny garden. Its shiny green leaves, cheerful golden trumpet flowers, and compact growth habit make it attractive year-round in warm climates. It's often marketed under inviting names like Lucky Nut Tree or Bee Still Tree, but beneath its sunny appearance lies one of the most toxic ornamental plants in cultivation. A close relative of common oleander, yellow oleander contains powerful cardiac glycosides, chemicals that interfere with normal heart function. Every part of the plant is poisonous, but the seeds are especially dangerous and have been responsible for numerous poisoning cases in tropical regions where it grows naturally. Even small amounts can trigger nausea, abnormal heart rhythms, or, in severe situations, cardiac arrest. Pets and livestock are equally vulnerable. Simply chewing on a leaf or seed can cause serious illness. Additionally, handling the plant and then touching your face without washing your hands may lead to skin or eye irritation. Although it is drought-tolerant and visually striking, yellow oleander poses unnecessary risks in residential gardens, particularly those with children or animals. Safer alternatives: Tecoma stands, yellow bells, vibrant yellow flowers, drought-resistant and non-toxic. Alamanda cathartica, golden trumpet, lush and tropical in appearance with significantly lower risk. Coreopsis, bright, pollinator-friendly blooms that are completely safe. Yellow oleander is a perfect example of how appearances can be misleading. By choosing safer alternatives, you can enjoy a bright, beautiful garden without hidden hazards lurking among the flowers. Here's a polished, fully rephrased version of your sections 5 and 6, keeping the engaging, informative YouTube style while making the language smooth and fresh. 5. Philodendron, the hidden hazard for pets. Philodendrons are among the most popular houseplants worldwide, and it's easy to see why. Their glossy, heart-shaped leaves and graceful trailing vines create a lush, tropical feel, while their forgiving nature makes them ideal for homes and offices. But for pet owners, these beautiful plants can quietly become a source of trouble. All philodendrons, including favorites like heartleaf philodendron, Brazil, and Cellume, contain calcium oxalate crystals. These microscopic, needle-like crystals can cause painful reactions if chewed or swallowed, including burning sensations, excessive drooling, swelling of the mouth and tongue, and vomiting. While rarely fatal, the effects are uncomfortable and alarming, often sending pet owners to the emergency vet for the first time. Even touching the sap can irritate skin, and trailing vines are irresistible toys for cats and dogs, releasing more sap when disturbed. For homes with pets or small children, philodendrons are best kept out of reach, or replaced entirely. That said, their appeal is understandable. Philodendrons thrive in indirect light, tolerate moderate humidity, and grow well in well-draining soil, needing only occasional watering. But when safety is a priority, there are equally attractive alternatives. Safer alternatives. Spider plant, Chlorophytum comosum. Easy to grow, pet safe, perfect for hanging baskets. Parlor palm, Chamaedorea elegans. Brings the same tropical elegance without the risk. Peperomia varieties. Compact, colorful, and completely non-toxic. Philodendrons are beautiful and hardy, but for pet-friendly homes, it's smarter to choose plants that won't put your furry friends at risk. 6. Sago palm. The silent danger. The sago palm, Cycas revoluta, may look like a miniature tropical palm straight out of a paradise landscape. But it's not a true palm. It's a cycad, part of an ancient plant lineage dating back over 200 million years. Its symmetrical crown of stiff, glossy fronds and slow-growing sculptural trunk make it a favorite for yards, patios, and has a dramatic potted accent. Its prehistoric elegance is why it's so widely planted, but the beauty comes with a deadly secret. Every part of the sago palm, roots, trunk, fronds, is highly toxic. The biggest danger is the large orange-brown seeds, often called nuts. These seeds contain psychocin, a potent toxin that attacks the liver, nervous system, and digestive tract. Even a single seed can be fatal to dogs or cats. The problem is that symptoms often appear too late. Pets may start vomiting or appear weak hours after ingestion, by which time the toxin has already begun causing serious organ damage. Signs of poisoning include drooling, seizures, jaundice, yellowing of the eyes or gums, and bleeding disorders. Even with emergency veterinary care, survival rates are low. Humans, especially children, are also at risk. Handling seeds or sap without proper hygiene can cause irritation or mild poisoning. Despite its danger, the sago palm is still widely sold at garden centers, nurseries, and big box stores, particularly in warm regions like Florida, Texas, and Southern California. Its drought tolerance and architectural look make it appealing. But for homes with pets, it's a hazard that's simply not worth the risk. Safer alternatives. Foxtail fern, Asparagus densiflorus meyersi, soft, feathery fronds with a tropical look, completely non-toxic. Lady palm, Rapis excelsa, graceful fan-shaped leaves, safe for pets and easy to care for. Areca palm, Dipsis lutescens, lush golden green fronds that thrive indoors or outdoors, adding natural elegance safely. If you love the tropical, sculptural style, these alternatives give you the same aesthetic without the silent danger. The sago palm may look ancient and alluring, but today it's safer to admire it from afar. Or better yet, choose a plant that's just as stunning and completely safe for everyone in your household, furry friends included. 7. Castor bean, the lethal showstopper. The castor bean, Ricinus communis, is a plant that commands attention. Towering stems, enormous star-shaped leaves in shades of deep burgundy or glossy green, and bold tropical foliage make it look like something straight out of a jungle paradise. Many gardeners are drawn to its dramatic texture and the vibrant red seed pods that appear later in the season. It's undeniably stunning, but behind the beauty lies one of the most dangerous toxins in the plant world. The real threat comes from its seeds, the infamous castor beans. They contain ricin, an extremely potent poison. Just a few chewed seeds can be fatal to humans, and even smaller amounts can harm children or pets. Ricin disrupts protein synthesis, leading to organ failure, and it can be absorbed through skin cuts or inhaled as dust from dried pods, meaning even careful gardeners aren't entirely safe. Ironically, castor oil is perfectly safe because the extraction process removes the ricin. But the raw seeds remain lethal. They're sometimes mistaken for decorative beads, which has caused accidental poisonings worldwide. Adding to the risk, castor bean plants are prolific. They reseed easily and can spread quickly in warm climates, making them both hazardous and potentially invasive. For households with pets, small children, or wildlife like squirrels or birds that might nibble the seeds, it's a serious danger. The takeaway? As tempting as its tropical flair is, the castor bean is a plant best admired from a distance, not planted in your garden. Safer alternatives. If you love dramatic, oversized foliage and a tropical vibe, try Gunera manicata, bold, umbrella-like leaves for a jungle feel. Elephant ears, colocasia or alocasia, large, lush foliage that makes a statement safely. Farfugium japonicum, leopard plant, striking, tropical-looking leaves without the risk. In short, the castor bean may be the ultimate deadly beauty, but there's no reason to gamble with a plant that has been classified as a potential bioweapon. Choose the safe giants. Your garden can still be spectacular, and you can enjoy it without worrying about hidden dangers.